God. Oh, goodness. Look at me.
If a man can betray you and break your heart and still win you back without lifting a finger, I can tell you this now, he more than likely isn't going to change. I mean, Brion didn't even lose Chante. He cheated on her and he slept with two other women on this island as temptation, as he said. He lost her trust and then she literally took him back without even him having to work. Right? Without him having to even earn it, without him being even taught a lesson, he didn't lose a wink of sleep. You see, betrayal here didn't come with any particular consequences or any particular issues. Now, rather, she's like, let's restart the relationship right back where we started off. Okay. And this is how women get stuck in these particular cycles and they actually end up being cheated on again. So you want to be cheated again because you don't want to issue any type of consequence towards Brion because you are getting a benefit. What's the benefit? You get to hold on to somebody who proves that you're lovable and that you're wanted and you're desired. That's your manipulation. That's your actual manipulation. Your manipulation is that because you want to prove that you are worthy, you're wanting to be loved, you're wanting to be cared for, you're somebody of value. This is your manipulation. You're willing to accept the bare minimum, below the bare minimum, get cheated on, and you don't mind getting cheated on again because it's going to prove very much so again once more that you have to earn him back. In fact, this was her earning him back, not him earning her back after he cheated with two other women on the island. Okay, and we see this all the time. But let's break this all the way down because I want to make sure you guys get this fully in perspective. I've got a few clips for you guys as well. If you haven't watched Temptation Island, Brion and Chante are a couple who were on the show and they came here to test their relationship. And then he went on to the other side of the island and he ended up sleeping with two other women. And she was like, yeah, I'm done. I got to respect myself. I got to make sure I put me first. Listen.
I put others before myself. Every situation. And I probably put you before myself in a lot of time.
So she acknowledges that she puts him first a lot of times. And that's where actually the manipulation kicks in. It's like you don't realize you're manipulating yourself. You don't realize you're living in a land of Delulu. And you don't realize that you're willing to hang on to something just because it validates you. And that's why you're willing to stay in it. That's why the manipulator can manipulate. Because you're getting something from the equation and you're getting something from the transaction. All right. So again, do me a massive favor. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. You click on that bell button for notifications of the uploads as we get dive deeper into this particular video. Okay. First thing I want to say is this. Okay. All right. He didn't have to work. He didn't have to work to get her back. Okay. He cheated with two women and showed little remorse. He said he didn't even regret it. He said he did not regret it because it led him to a place where he knew that you were the one for him. The cock and the bull is crazy. Okay, and then you rewarded him with an instant reconciliation. I want you to understand what happened. He cheated, he done you dirty, and then you rewarded him by saying, "Let's reconcile," with no penance at all. Now, the only person I know who can do that is Jesus upon the cross. And I know you ain't Jesus, so I know this is gonna be painful. No, the apology was there. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, he kind of said his sorries, and he realized he made some efforts that were, that were not right or whatever. But the rebuilding of the trust hadn't happened yet. They literally just got back together. There was no rebuilding of the trust. We're basically working on the promise of what he said and hoping he'll come good. And this message is actually in conjunction with what he said earlier on. He said, I know she'll take me back if I cheat. That's why he's a serial cheater and will cheat again. Chante is the idiot. And she is a piñata that we are slapping with a stick because she's willing to allow herself to be betrayed upon a time and time again. This brother told us he knows that he can cheat on her and will come back again. And very much so, he does it. And what does she do? Take him all the way right back. And sends a message. By her taking him back, she sends a message, you can betray me and I'll still choose you, which is what he said. And why is that dangerous? Because there is no real change. Number two, real change requires pressure, and he had none of it. Okay, we know that Brion has trauma. We know that his trauma has led him down a path that has hampered past relationships. But it is not an excuse for him to betray you and be almost like he doesn't even care that he betrayed you. He needs time to actually process and to actually begin healing his actual trauma. You are not his incubator for healing his trauma. All right? Now he needs to sit in his consequences of his actions, but he ain't doing that. He's got to feel the loss of Chante's trust, but he ain't doing that. He's got to reflect on the emotional patterns that have led to his behavior, but he ain't doing that. Instead, he's got a soft landing called your heart and your life. And this is going to lead to a repeat behavior where you're going to want him to cheat again. You are, because you are not willing to do what's hard and willing to what's right for you. You're doing what makes what eases the pain. And this is what we talk about in no contact. That when you people reach out during no contact, the reason why they do that is because they want to ease that pain. They don't want to go through the withdrawal symptoms. And because she's too fast to forgive, what's happening is she's afraid of being alone. We know this already. She's got that anxious attachment. She's afraid of being alone. She's afraid that her value will be questioned if she lets this man go. He's a handsome man. Can I find another one like him? I mean, when they all just cheat like him? And all of this is rooted in self-worth and self-esteem issues. You need to fix up. Okay? She sees his potential more than his actual reality. She feels responsible for holding him down while he heals. Why? Because of what you've experienced. Okay? Because of what he's experienced. Right? So you can love someone, but you don't have to be with them. You can love somebody, but you don't necessarily feel safe with them. You can love somebody, but you're not respected. And that's what she isn't. She isn't respected in this situation. That's what she said. She put him before herself.
Road, okay, but I think right now I have to choose myself.
I have to, lay in the bed at me.
Where is she respecting herself? There's a lack of accountability on him in terms of no transformation as of yet. All right. Where's his initiative to go into therapy and healing? We haven't got that yet. Where, what is really his, how is he going to prioritize earning your trust? We haven't got a plan for that just yet. Right. Because it's too soon. So he's not ready for your love just yet. All right. But you're willing to keep taking him back because you're willing to take him now to end the short-term massive pain, then actually to have the long-term benefits of actually send him off on his way. Right? Reconciliation without transformation is just repeated heartbreak. I love that sentence. Right? She deserves a relationship where she's trusted, protected, and emotions are honored. Right now, this is dishonoring. But she's dishonoring herself by allowing him to come back into her life without there being time apart to really process what really happened. Maybe when you finally step away, you might be like, this ain't a relationship for me. Or maybe when he steps away, he might realize I made a huge mistake. I have a plan how to make sure that we go forward from here on outwards. So far, we don't have that. And the reason why we don't have that is because she has given him a soft landing and said, it doesn't matter what you do. You go ahead and cheat on me again. You go ahead and do me dirty again. You go ahead and play me once more again. I don't want to. I don't want the love to be safe.
Okay. So Brion has made the choice that after all of this and all that he's learned, he wants to leave with you.
I want to be respectful of myself.
But there's no respect of yourself, Chante, right? And you ended up leaving with him because you was afraid. But I won't say too much. I'll leave it there. I want to make it very, very clear again. The 4 points that we actually initiated. We spoke about lack of accountability, no transformation from Brion. We spoke about Chante's quickness to forgive because she's got her own wounds. We spoke about that real change requires pressure. And we spoke about the fact that he didn't want to have to work for her back. He didn't have to put the work in, and you took him back. Look, if you're somebody who's been cheated on several times over, this is a time to really wake up. This is a time to actually wake up and smell the Kenko coffee and stop pretending and living in a land of delusion, sticking your head in the ground like an ostrich. It's time to wake up. And it's time to look at the situation for what it really is. It's no longer looking like Zion. It's looking like freaking Mount, what's the one in Matrix? You know what I'm talking about, right? So it's looking like a problem. And the only way to really fix this is to start acknowledging it first. So if you've gone through something like this and you keep finding the wrong kind of men, invest in the wrong type of women, if you're a man out there, if you keep choosing women that keep cheating on you, then you need to reach out to me. This is what we heal. This is what we go about healing and coaching. This is what we break down in coaching to get you to a place where you can stand on your own 2 feet and make a quality decision on what a good partner is by discerning who that kind of person is. By first discerning with yourself. I appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. If I'm flying, then I'm lying. You already know what it is. Dark Arts Podcast. We appreciate y'all.